I'm Caleb Mayvar, and I am a recent grad from the HTC program. I joined the HTC program because I was looking for more freedom, both time-wise and money-wise. I work a job 7 to 3:30, 5 days a week. I love the work that I do, but I realize that there's not much possibility for a higher paycheck. I'd like for my wife to be able to stay home. She works part-time and we have 2 kids. It's hard on her when she goes to work. I would love extra money to travel. I would love extra money to fund my own retirement and my wife's retirement and potentially support my parents. I would love to have more time to spend with my family. If I'm working all the time, I can't spend time with them. Currently, I'm getting a master's degree in public health. It takes a lot of time. And I come home from work and I play with the kids until they go to bed, and then I do my work on school. It's exhausting. And what I would love is to not have to work as much, but still have the money there so I can pay the bills and take care of my obligations. The HTC program is different in several ways, but I haven't ever tried any other program. This is the first program that caused me to want to improve my future. I've been listening to Dan Lok for a while, and I saw the webinar that a lot of people have been talking about, and that turned me on to the HTC program, and I realized that I was stuck where I am. I wanted to better myself and plan for my future. I didn't know what to expect when I joined the program. I didn't really understand necessarily what a high-ticket closer was. I was like, oh, what is this, just like a glorified salesperson? I don't want to be a salesperson. I hate when people call me and they are trying to sell me something. The worst experience I've had with a salesperson was somebody telling me, because I told him I didn't have money, he told me, if you were sick and you had to go to the hospital, you'd come up with the money, wouldn't you? I'm like, yes. And he's like, well, come up with the money for this. And I was like, are you trying to equate a vacation package to like being deathly sick? That turned me off. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. This program is different in the sense that it's live. Dan, Desmond, and Kayvon both took time out of their day to teach us through a video conference, but that was live. And we could ask questions and we could make comments, and they could give us feedback during the role play sessions. The program is also different in the fact that you have support. After the program is done, you go through the class, but you're not done. You join the Facebook group, you can get support, you can find leads. If you join the inner circle, Dan will give you leads, and you will learn an even higher level of the closing skill. The thing that surprised me most about the HTC program is the fact that there was actually homework that you had to do, and you had to put effort into it. You couldn't just like throw stuff together. I was also surprised that Dan was able to set up a server on Discord for us to roleplay, which is really beneficial. I found it very helpful. People give you great feedback, and it makes you more comfortable with talking to strangers and closing them on different deals. So I really liked that. That was a great aspect about this program that I don't necessarily think other programs do. So being a part of the HTC program, you get support, you get feedback, and it's really a family. They're there for each other, and we don't spread negativity, we spread positivity. We focus on gratitude and having an abundance mindset rather than a scarcity mindset. It was interesting to me that Dan and Kayvon and Desmond gave us a creed. And the creed is something that can affect you personally. You're reading it, you're going over it every single day. It puts you in the right mindset, and it's really helpful for me. Dan has impacted my life in a big way. He actually got me to make a change in my life. I can do research, I can read all day long about changing my life. But most of the time, and I would say this is the truth for a lot of people, They read about it because they want to feel like they're making a change, but they never make a change. And Dan convinced me that I needed to make a change, and that's why, you know, he forced me to be honest with myself, and through that I've been able to make progress in my life and potentially change my future. In 12 months, I see myself as a closer, at least part-time. I don't think I'm going to quit my job because I do love the work that I do. In 12 months, I would like to, I don't want to say retire my wife, but make enough money so that she does not have to work if she doesn't want to. I have a 2-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter, and they are a lot of work, but we love them dearly. And it's hard on my wife. She does work part-time, and it takes a lot of effort to go to work. She works night shift, and it's exhausting, and I could safely say, because I'm working the same day that she has to go to work at night, and she's watching the kids at home, so she's not able to get a lot of sleep. It's exhausting and it's tiring, and I want to be able to give her the freedom to not have to work, and that would be really great. So in 12 months, I see myself at least closing part-time, but depending on how well I do, I could potentially be closing full-time, and it is kind of exciting. In 12 months, I'd really like to see myself making YouTube videos. I have a passion for doing that. I love making videos. I've been making videos since I was a kid, and I would love to create a channel. I've had different ideas for different channels. My most recent is a channel called Coffee with Caleb, and it's just me drinking different coffees every morning and kind of chatting about life, if that's something you're interested in. If someone is skeptical about the HTC program, it's understandable. There are a lot of scams out there. The HTC program is not a scam, and it is worth it because you learn a skill, and you gain the tools necessary and the support necessary to really make a difference. But Caleb, I still don't have $2,500. If money is an issue, and it can be an issue for a lot of people, I understand that. It is a big investment. But I'd like to point out a couple of things. One, a lot of people who go to college take student loans, and they're expensive. They're a lot. They're not just like $2,500. They're $50,000, $100,000 in student debt, and it takes them a long time to pay them off with a skill that doesn't pay that much, okay? And you go for 4 years. This is a 7-week program that you learn a new skill, and it's $2,500. To me, that's worth it. Okay. A lot of people borrow money for cars. A lot of people borrow money for school. A lot of people borrow money for houses. Now, it's not that much. If you can borrow money for a car, your car doesn't pay you back. As soon as you buy your car, you're losing value. It might be enjoyable, and that's great, but your car isn't going to pay you back. So if you can borrow money for a car, borrow money for this. Invest in yourself. It is worth it to invest in yourself. You're going to make the $2,500 up, even if it's in a year. Maybe you're not great at closing. You don't necessarily have to be great at closing. But in a year or two, at least, and I'd hope a lot sooner than that, you're going to have $2,500 from learning this new skill. It's worth it. If you can get the money in any way, I would recommend taking the program. Now, I'm not saying everyone should be a closer, because you might not be interested in that at all, and that's fine. If you're not, great, we can part ways. But if you think that it could change your future and you are really interested and you're willing to put in the effort, because it does take effort, then I would say it's worth it, and you should try and come up with the money in any way that you can, legally. Finally, I'd love to say thank you to Dan Locke, Desmond Soon, and Kayvon K. The program has been great. I have learned a lot, and it's definitely worth it. You can tell through this program that Dan lives what he teaches, and he loves it. He puts his soul into it. He puts his heart into it. And just listening to him over the conference calls that we did, I mean, you can just tell that he has a love for what he does, and he really wants people to learn it and do it well as well. So this is Caleb Mavar, a recent HTC grad, signing out.